All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakah Kodash, Barakathum. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to our occupants across the globe, preaching the word of truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This is Adai Nawa from the Great Millstone Camp of Chicago, and this lesson is going to getting understanding. Okay. We are brought under the tutelage of the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, okay? And starting off with, from my introduction into the truth, started off with the elders and apostles, Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, the Apostle Ramlab, Elder Apostle Rakah, the elders Manatazak and Elder Sakaran, and all these men who have labored greatly for so long. Okay, we are indebted to them. All right, and when they speak of, now they are our teachers, they are our spiritual fathers. They guide and they look out for the flock very well. Okay, the men who serve up under them have taken on of their spirit. That's why our camps are run a certain way. You see? And we all take cues, we all take examples, and we extol them to a high degree. But let's understand one thing, that the apostles also give counsel, advice. All right, so we gotta be careful about what we take the apostles' word for as. And I'm not saying that we don't obey them. No, that's not what I'm saying. All right, but there are things that we have to discern and understand what the real intent of what they're saying to us. Okay, and I'm gonna give a couple of things off the top that I've experienced through my years in this truth. Okay? Alright, and this is one is going to the clubs. Is it going to the clubs? No, it is not going to the clubs. Okay? But we do know when people go to the clubs, there's adultery going on. There's a lot of deviants and miscreants and characters, people of a low moral character and standard that are associated with these clubs. There's a lot of violence that takes place. There's a lot of idolatry that goes there, because some of these clubs host Thanksgiving parties and Christmas parties, New Year's parties. And these people do attend, being in that spirit of reveling, of banqueting, and being out of order, so to speak. Okay? So when the apostles say don't go to the club, they're just giving you advice because things could happen. A lot of robberies, a lot of murders, a lot of shootings, a lot of assaults. You see? All right? So we can't just be like, oh, the apostle said this, the apostle said this. Yes, they're saying these things as words of advice. Okay? And we ought to be able to discern and not be so OR about the things that we are being told, being advised about by our elders and apostles. Now, do I go to the club personally? No, but I have. Okay. Not only do I work security at clubs, I've also, brother coming to town, we may take them out. I may go visit a city, and brother may take me out. Okay, but we're more or less there to entertain a brother, as opposed to being or regular, so to speak. All right. Now, when you start using every single thing the apostles say as a end all be all to how we're supposed to deal, then I would say that you have to have some understanding and some balance to what is being said by the elders and apostles, man. Okay? All right? And we have to be careful about putting these things on other brethren. Like I said, I love the apostles. I've met Elder Menazak, all right, Apostle Ramlab, Elder Sakaran, Elder Yashawamba, and the Elder Barack Allah from L.A. You see, all the other brothers who come to visit Chicago, all right, we have personal relationships with them. And when they get here, hey, we show them a good time. All right? So we got to be very mindful of what the apostles are saying and take it in balance of what they're really trying to say. Okay? Yes, we're supposed to obey the laws of the land as far as driving. We're supposed to have a license and insurance and all those things. Okay? Even though we know it's wicked, have to pay for license and IDs and all that. All right? And you don't have to have your license. You ain't got to get it. All right? You ain't got to have insurance. But just know when your ass get pulled over, hey, you got to face those consequences. You see? Yeah, we're supposed to work, pay our bills and all these things. If you don't work, all right, hey, just know that you're going to have a harder situation than those who are working, man. You'll be more dependent, more relying on the body to get you out of jams. You see? Okay, yes, you can have a gun. Yet you should own it lawfully, have all the proper credentials and the paperwork for it, so when Esau rises upon you, you have the proof that you've done things legit. Now, you don't have to do those things. You see? But just know, when your ass get caught with an unregistered, unlicensed gun, that you're going to have to face the consequences, man. Okay? All right? And that's what the balance that has to be given when you're out here trying to relay a message or relay a understanding to brethren that you may have heard the apostles say. All right? And here at Great Mission Chicago, all right, as we've gone to other camps, every camp is run different. You see? But we're all in the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai. We're all under the tutelage of our elders and our apostles, man. You see? So everything is not exactly to the letter of the law. We have discernment and balance of what it is that we're taking in and what we're putting out in the brotherhood. Romans 7 and 6. But now we are delivered from the law, that being dead wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of the spirit and not in the oldness of the letter. See, everything is not directly by the law right now, man. You see? And that's where the grace and the mercy of Yahweh Shemi Shai comes in, man. Okay? For one, and I can almost say this for a fact, that none of us are wearing all one fabric. Number two, very few of the brethren right now have a woman or a wife they're dealing with that's a virgin. So technically, we all committed adultery. And the scriptures say, if you break one law, you have broken them all. So when the apostles say certain things, they are correct and they're in the spirit. Okay? But you have to understand the balance of what they're saying. It's wise counsel. not to go to the club, all right, and be entangled with these damn niggards. All right? And us brethren, especially us older brethren, we have to have that discernment and that understanding that we don't put burdens on brothers that are not necessary. You see? I like going to baseball games, basketball games, football games. I like playing softball with the brothers, all right, with Elder Uriah. I like going fishing with a bunch of strangers that I don't know. You see? There are things that we do that may not be going off, but sometimes in certain situations, things happen in those places, man. Mass shootings, drownings. You see? So when the apostles say something, it's out of counsel, it's out of experience. And for us to take heed, and for us to weigh those things according to our situation at that time, man. All right? Everything is not by law, man. All right? That's why we're under the mercy and the grace of the Lord. Hebrews 13 and 17, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable unto you. All right, and we obey the elders and apostles' decisions, man. All right, are we going out and reveling and partying every Friday, Saturday? No, we don't. All right, I don't know any brother in our camp that goes around out there and be in that partying spirit. All right, there's not many brothers who are driving without a license, man. You see, there's not many brothers that I know that are unemployed here. Okay. Now you may, like some people may have a woman who makes a substantial amount more than them, and they might live off their woman, so to speak. But that's not a way to live either. All right. But the fact is that we need to be a more understanding of what it is the apostles and the elders are laying down for us, man. All right, because they're telling us a way to go. They're telling us how to have less troubles in the flesh, have less trouble dealing with Esau's system in society. All right, by being compliant to the so-called rules and regulations of Babylon, man. All right? What the apostle said is, okay, so you mean to tell me that if you needed a ride and a brother pick you up, he ain't got no license, you're not gonna get in the car with him? You see? Or if a brother ain't got no job or no hustle, and he may need to borrow a couple of bucks, and he gets the money from his wife or his cousin or whatever, they give it to you. That mean, hey, does that mean you're not going to accept it? You see? There's a balance that we have to give to the brothers when we teach, man. And not be so gun-ho on the law all the time, man. All right? Because the apostles have done a... In fact, let's get this, man. Salakia. 1 Timothy 5 and 17, it said, let the elders that rule well be kind of worthy of double honors, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. And they are kind of worthy. You know why? Because the example they set, the precedents they have set, all right, have been beneficial and positive to way the camps, way how the camps are run. You see? We're all on one accord. We all see the same thing. All right? And every camp, when you get down to the nitty gritty, all right, they all are the same. But every camp is different, man. There's a different spirit on every camp. All right, but the same spirit that is in every camp is the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. You see? You may have brothers get put out of camps, all right, but very, very, very rarely have I seen whole camps get put out. It has happened. You see? But as a whole, the brothers who are involved with Great Millstone, all right, they are under the tutelage and the counsel and the guidance of the elders and the apostles. And with that being said, we take those examples, we take those counsels and those guidances, and we apply them as necessary for our situations for the camp. Our standards don't change, our morals don't change, our values don't change, but certain judgments, certain things that we allow and certain things that we deal with, they all may be different, man. You see? So we gotta be very careful about hanging on every single letter of the law, right? Because the scripture, by the law shall no flesh be justified. You see? So you gotta be very, very careful about going to the law with things that we're not able to 100% correct. Matter of fact, the scriptures say this. The Galatians 3, and it's been my book lately the last couple of weeks. Get to the point. It says, it started 19. Galatians 3:19. Wherefore then serveth the law was added because of transgressions, till the seed should come to whom the promise was made, and it was ordained by angels in the hand of a mediator. Who is that mediator? It's Yahweh Shai, man. So we had a law to guide us of how we should do, how we should act, how should we do certain things, until Yahweh Shai came and gave us the understanding of those things, man. You see? He's going to explain it. Now, a mediator is not a mediator of one, but the Most High is one. Is the law then against the promises of the Most High? The Most High forbid. For if there had been a law given which could have given life, verily righteousness should have been by the law. You see, if we were really able to do right, it would have been by the law. You see, but we're in this flesh. All right, and things are going to happen. Things are going to transpire to where the law does not. I gotta say this without going off. If the law was perfect like that, then we would need the Lord. You see, if righteousness came by the law, we wouldn't need Yahweh Shai. All right, the law was good. We're the ones that went off. And in knowing that, we got to understand that everything's not going to be to the letter, man. This is 22. It said, but the scripture have concluded all are under sin, that the promise by faith of Yahushua Mashiach might be given to them that believe. All right, it's that faith that we have, man. Okay? It's the faith of Yahushua that allows us to be redeemed and to have grace and mercy from the Lord. Can we believe in that, man? You see? We know that we cannot keep the law 100%, so we need the Lord. So when you're judging people by the law to the letter of certain things, just know that we're not able to keep those things, man. All right, that's why Yahweh Shai had to be sent. Everything is not to the letter of the law. But before faith came, we were kept under the law, shut up unto the faith which shall afterwards be revealed. And that faith comes with Yahweh Shai. All right, our faith is in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, now are we supposed to keep the law? Absolutely, man, to the best of our abilities. All right, but the letter of the law we are not able to do. Because if we were, we wouldn't need it Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us into Mashiach, that we might be justified by faith. But after that faith has come, we're no longer under a schoolmaster. For we are all of the children of the Most High by faith in Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Yahweh Shai is now our leader, our schoolmaster, our example. You see? So when the apostles and the elders say certain things, it's for our counsel, it's for our guidance. All right? When the apostles say everybody get a job, and yes, we're supposed to have a job. The scripture talk about it. Because a brother don't have a job, that means you're not supposed to help a brother and do certain things for brethren, man? Because your mindset is so, the law. The apostle said, yes, they say those things as counsel, as guidance, as scriptural. But you have to understand that what they're really saying, man. Sirach 8:8 says, despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with the proverbs. Of them thou shalt learn instruction, how to serve great men with ease. And that's how we are able to follow the line and be on one accord. We take the counsels of the elders and apostles, their instruction. They don't like certain haircuts. Hey, sometimes, you know, hey, we don't get those haircuts. You see? Hey, no shorts at camp? No shorts at camp. No shorts in the videos? No shorts in the videos. You see? No Crocs or sandals at camp? No Crocs and sandals at camp. All right? See, these things you gotta be able to discern and understand what it is that's being said, man. All right? Because we don't want to go against the grain, kicking against the pricks. We follow the order that's been set up. But with that being said, all right, there are things that we have liberty to do that's not going off. All right? Verse 9, it says, miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers. And of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need requireth, man. All right? And that's our job, man. All right, it's to be in tune with what the apostles saying, but also to have discernment of what they're talking about. Okay? Yahweh Shai said, not one word nor drop from the tittle shall no wise pass from the law. All right? So we're going to keep the law. All right? But there's certain things that are just wise counsel, man. Some things are just for our benefit, for us not to get trapped or get caught up in worldly judgment, man. Hanging out at the club at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, man. All right? So that one said, call her law, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honor to the apostles and the elders of great millstones, and to all argument across the globe. Preaching the word of truth and sincerity, I want to say shalom and a baba.